Welcome, Taurus, to your mid-January tarot reading. I am Veronica. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus as well. I'm using the Wizard's Tarot. So let's get started. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. Just a reminder, please hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the content. It does help the channel a ton, and it does help us to connect. But quite frankly, the comments really make a difference. If I get a comment from you, it doesn't have to say anything but a thumbs up, a happy face, a sad face, whatever. Tell me where you're, watching from, whatever would make you feel like we could connect, because that does help. Anyway, let's get started here. Okay, so what do we've got? We've got current situation, which is the Star. Beautiful energy to start the reading. And present influence, Tower. This is awesome because the Star comes after the Tower. It's supposed to be this way. It's like, I think that's actually super cool. What you don't see is the Three of Pentacles. There could be something happening at work, maybe. Unexpected. Queen of Pentacles. Nice. What to look for. The Devil. Be careful. It goes Devil, Tower, Star. That's all in order. Challenge is the Knight of Swords. Strength is the Six of Pentacles. Where does this lead? Three of Cups, Four of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay, one more. Okay, Nine of Cups, better. Nine of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. Well, it makes sense. And the Nine of Pentacles is after that. So this does make sense. There is a change happening right now. And it's influencing something here, but that's the stress, right? You're stressed because of this influence of the Tower. We'll take a deeper look at that, Taurus, but the Star then is in your current situation. So that means that the healing has begun with that Tower. Things are going to start changing. The Star comes after the Tower. You can't get the Star without the Tower, and the Star is the absolute best card in the deck. I do see that Devil and what to look for. So there is a little bit of a warning there, I think, about, being attached to something that maybe you shouldn't, but it's not a challenge. It's a what to look for. So we'll get there. We have the Three of Pentacles and what you don't see. So there is something happening that you don't understand. And we'll get more into it because if it's work related, that there could be a group of people like, maybe like saying, hey, this person needs a job or gets, I'll look more into it, but I feel like there could be a group of people behind the scenes that you don't know about, work or not work, that are actually helping you reach that Star. The Queen of Pentacles in the unexpected. Yeah, that's that growth. That could also be you, or it could be somebody. So let's get deeper. Let's look at the Tower first, which is the present influence. So there's that Tower, there's that change, there's that shift in energy. I'm going to use my Somnia. I've got decks like everywhere. I've got to organize this mess. So what do we have here? Got cards flying out. So what is this Tower for our Taurus friends? What is the Tower? Justice. Oh, something happened probably that has to do with, you could have had a legal matter that didn't go your way. It could be too, like the Emperor reminds me of like a boss or something. So this could be work related, but someone that is in control that kind of like, I don't know, took something legal. This could be contracts that changed. This could be an actual legal thing that didn't go your way with the Tower there. It could be the end of a relationship that was more on the committed side, but it would have to do with the Emperor. So keep in mind that Emperor is can be controlling. They can be, well, they're in charge and they are black and white and they are very they're very matter of fact, and sometimes can say things like they shouldn't. But now I'm giving you that information because that's what's causing the tower. Now you're in the tower probably now when you're watching this, or you soon will be. And I think even if you're not, you know about it. So it could be a change in some respect that way. However, the star is where you're at now. And that's the most important piece to this, is that you're in the star moment. So the star is about reaching your ultimate desires. I always explain it's not like getting your new PC, or getting a day off work that you really wanted. It's more about buying a home, or starting a family, and those kind of desires that are long lasting. um, let's see what we got here. What is this star, which is the Two of Pentacles? Very interesting. With the Eight of Cups, I think that you've understood that it was time to walk away. There was something that wasn't right with this Two of Pentacles. He's standing on two chairs. It's just rickety rackety, it's very unstable. And you've walked away from that. You've walked away from something that was pretty much unstable. You couldn't balance it. And the Eight of Cups is actually your star. So you can't get to the Nine of Cups without the Eight of Cups. And the oh, that's the Nine of Pentacles. I saw that. Yeah, the Nine of Cups is over here. It's kind of out there for a while, but this is where you're headed, the Nine of Cups. And even though you may not feel like you're in a star moment right now, it is leading to that, because with the Nine of Cups coupled with the star, those are both wishes fulfilled. The Nine of Cups, not like as dramatic as the star, but definitely wishes fulfilled. But you have to walk away. You can't fill up that last cup without walking away. But it feels to me you're definitely walking away from something that you don't feel is stable. And that also could be the tower in itself. It may not be a surprise, but it's an unstable situation where it feels like it could blow up anytime. So we have the Three of Pentacles and what you don't see. Now let's take a look. This is something that you're unaware of that could be happening with other people. Three of Pentacles to me is about collaboration. I feel like there is some kind of unseen forces that's kind of helping you through this situation, but you don't realize it. Take a look at that. High Priestess, you're not supposed to know. So when I get the High Priestess in certain situations in a reading, if it's at the end of the reading, I won't go any further. If it comes up like this in the unseen position, you're not supposed to know. And sometimes that's okay. Like we could be doing a reading and if you find out something, you may change the outcome of that. So sometimes that High Priestess has its place. You're not supposed to know right now. You either already know or you're not supposed to. The Five of Cups, though, I feel like this comes out of disappointment to some respect, or something where you thought you were disappointed. I feel like, though, the Three of Pentacles is actually a positive thing that you don't realize what is happening. I don't think people are deceiving you or anything like that, because that's not what the Five of Cups is at all. But I'm going to stop there because you're not supposed to know. We're all not supposed to know. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the unexpected. Let's clarify that before we even get started, because let's see what that energy is. What is this Queen of Pentacles? This could be someone that comes in and helps you. Ooh, look at that. The Emperor and the Ace of Cups. So interesting. I think the Emperor could be, I feel like there is going to be something that comes out of this situation of the Tower that has to do with something new, a new relationship of some kind. Now, because it's a Queen of Pentacles, that could be, absolutely could be love, but it also could be, stability as well, but I feel like it's someone that comes in unexpectedly. Like you're not expecting this person to come in and help you with the Emperor. I think this is a different Emperor, a different energy. With the Ace of Cups, this is like a new offer, a new opportunity. For some of you, it could be love, but I'm getting more feeling that it's not really love related. The Devil is in the what to look for. So the Devil is about addiction. It's about attachments that we have. It also can be our shadow side, but when it's in what to look for, I feel like it's a more of a beware energy. What is this? So beware of any attachments that you have that are not, healthy. And I'm not talking about addiction, unhealthy. I mean, just, attachments, habits, ways of thinking, that kind of attachment. We've got the Page of Cups with the Devil. There could be someone that you're addicted to, but this could have to do with. Now, I feel like what to look for is your attachment to the idea of love, okay, or relationships, love type relationships. Could be any kind of relationship, but because we have the Page of Cups here, we had the Ace of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles. I would say just be aware of how you envision relationships. You may be very attached to a specific idea, and that may need to change. Or you need to open up a little bit. I hate telling Tauruses to do that, but let's go ahead and keep going. Because look what's happening here. You have the Knight of Swords in your challenge. Something's coming in really quickly, and it's scaring you a little bit. There's a little bit of fright there. I get the feeling, at least from the Tauruses I know, they're very patient. They do things a little more slowly than some of the other signs. So if there's something that's coming in quick, it may catch you off guard. There's that High Priestess again. Yeah, use your intuition, but you're not supposed to know about it. Yeah, Ten of Cups and the Five of Wands. You're conflicted about this situation. I mean, yeah, this is like you're not sure what you want out of this Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups that clarified it. Because we got the Ten of Cups here with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is about conflict, kind of like it's competition, but I feel like it's more like you are uncertain about what to do with this situation. The situation's important to you. It is, because it wouldn't be coming up in the reading, but you're very uncertain about how to handle it. And it's kind of coming back around rather quickly. And I think you're like, what do I really want out of this? And there's that Nine of Cups again, by the way. It just kind of showed up. So, okay. So here's the cool thing. You've got the Six of Pentacles in the Strength. Whatever this situation is, you have the ability to give and take with this person. There's a balance here where you feel like you both give and take equally. There's not this out of balance situation like, I don't know, like one person takes more than the other. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles, please. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles and the Strength. Yeah, Page of Pentacles and the Justice. Yeah. I mean, the hard work, the Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles is hard work, but they're both pentacles. And the Justice, I think, is the balance. And that's the give and take. So I do feel like that there is a situation here where you do feel like you can have that give and take in this situation. This feels like a relationship to me. It could be partnership. There's a lot of pentacles, but that could be showing up as you, or it could be showing up as work. But I do feel like that's a really important strength to look at in this situation. It leads to the Three of Cups. Let's look at the Three of Cups. I'm not sure. My first thought was, for some reason, I was thinking gossip, but I'm not sure. Tell me more about this. That could be coming in. I rarely see gossip with the Three of Cups. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, it could be. No, I think it's celebration. When I look at that King and Queen of Wands, I'm thinking passion, a really passion. There's a lot of passion here. And I think you're going to be really excited. Now, it does lead to a rest here as well, though, with the Four of Swords. So I think what happens, it's almost like overbearing. It's too much. It's like, oh, again, with that Knight of Swords, you're kind of backed off because it's so quick. This is a lot of passion with these two. This is a power couple in a different kind of way. Like this kind of power couple is very passionate. They're very, they do things quickly. They're excited. It's all about the fire, man. They're doers, and pentacles are more methodical, more and do things with intent. They're patient. Wands are not. Wands are not patient, and I feel like there is this energy that's really kind of not giving you that proper balance here. That could also be the Tower. But I think you are celebrating it, but then you say, okay, well, wait, this is a little much. I need to back off. So you back off. So you back off with the Four of Swords, which leads to the Five of Swords. The back off is the Four of Swords, taking some time away, rest, quiet. And then the Five of Swords comes in. And I feel like that challenges you, because then you get the Nine of Cups. So tell me more about the Five of Swords. What's the Five of Swords for our Taurus? Five of Swords. There is that justice. You are and a fool. And then the devil. There is definitely an attachment here. You're either attached to an idea or a person. And what's happening here is you're like, with this Five of Swords, you're not sure what to do. Because you feel like the right thing to do is to leave with this combination, justice and the fool. The Five of Swords is that, do I stay and fight? Do I walk away and save myself? If I stay and fight, I could win, I could lose, right? That's a chance. When you stay and fight, that's the chance. But if you walk away, maybe it's not worth the fight. If you feel like, and then I'm talking about fight, like, or even argument. I mean, to keep this relationship, to struggle with the intensity of it, the quickness of it, all of that Knight of Swords energy, the Queen and King of Wands energy. That's a lot of energy. It's and so I think that that's what you're doing here at the Five of Swords. It's short-lived. You get to the Nine of Cups. So let's clarify what the Nine of Cups is, because that's your ultimate desires and wishes here in January. Now, where this leads could be going into February, even maybe March, because I pulled out 4 cards. I didn't want to leave it at a Five of Swords. But and I'm glad I didn't, because the Nine of Cups matches perfectly with that star. Let's see, one more card. So we got the Seven of Cups with the World. Yeah, I think your choices, you've made your choice. And that's what you're excited about. Now, the World is an ending, but it's something that, it's a goal reached ending, like graduating college, or, even getting married can be the ending of the engagement into the world of being married, right? So it's that kind of card. It's kind of like, that's what I feel like. It's a graduation. It's a goal met, and it's a big goal. But the Seven of Cups is the choices. So you have the 7, you have the 8 somewhere. So you have like that. I think what you do is you realize that you have choices. I feel like you're not going to make one right away. I feel like, but that's what your wishes are, to have choices, because you're in a really good spot. So I'm going to do a quick summary here. For those of you who this might be about work, is you're going to be content with the fact that you have choices in this change, because you have maybe other offers. You've got the Three of Pentacles in the unseen. You've got all of that. For those of you who this is more relationship driven, I feel like you're just going to be in a good spot, because I feel like you have choices now. You'll have either choices on how to deal with this relationship, or you'll have choices on other people. And it just leaves you in you feel good about that. Like, it feels good to have those choices. And it leaves you kind of open. Now, this is not like an ending, because this could go on. I mean, this could go on for a couple months, and just remember that. Let's see what our advice is. I'll pull one from our wizards. It's the Emperor, man. So the Emperor is a fire sign. It's an Aries. It depicts the Aries zodiac, and And I do feel like there's a part of you that, like, okay, that we've had the Emperor show up a lot. I feel like you will have to take control of a situation, but I feel like, again, it's that devil to watch for. So that's kind of advice too, right? Look for those attachments that may not be serving you or serving you in this situation, and take control. And it's not saying slow down, because he's a fire sign too. So but it is kind of reining things in a little bit and taking control of the situation. I feel like it's more taking control of like your emotions on it, to be honest. That's the feeling I'm getting. So there you have your reading. I hope you liked it. Take care. Have a beautiful day.